Today, we're going to be teaching a random, hop in the frame, bro. Today we're gonna be teaching a random how to shoot film photography. So, are you gonna say something?
It's gonna be, hope this be a fun experience.
Yo, why you shy, bro?
Yo.
I'm shy.
Right,
You didn't tell me I'm
like there's nobody there, bro.
Now before we start, I want to give this sub shop some exposure because the lady was really nice, the food was really good, and she was working very hard. Stay tuned.
Stanley has been around since 1971, and it was before Huntsville was as big as it is now, and there was no other sub shops. My mom and dad started it, Glenn Watson and Alice Watson, before Subway and all the other restaurants, and we started over on the Jordan Lane location near between Oakwood and UAH and A&M, so everybody could all come together, and the colleges, and then the Arsenal. But it was on the outskirts of town at that time. But now we're right dead center in Huntsville, and we hope to keep serving Huntsville for 53 more years.
All right, so we have a Mamiya RB67, right? It's a film camera. See this? Hold it. It's heavy.
Quite heavy.
All right, but basically it's a modular camera. As you can see, everything comes apart. Released in 1970, the Mamiya RB67 is a fully mechanical medium format camera. But before we take photos, let's take a trip to learn more about film.
Hey, I'm Connor and this is Sutherland's Photo. We've been a photography store for about 60-something years now, and we do film processing, photo printing, we sell used gear, a little bit of new down over here, and our biggest thing is film. And so this is 35mm film. Basically, this is what used to record images. Unlike how you have with like your phone or something, your phone, you just take a picture and it records it to like a hard drive or something. On this, it's physical, and it records it in a negative. And you can see, basically, as light hits the film, there's silver crystals in here that basically store that information. And as you run it through certain chemical baths, those chemicals grow and darken, and then your image appears. But you can see it's inverted. So basically, your shadows are your lightest parts, so like in here, and your highlights are your darkest parts, right here. And so you either have to print or scan it to get it to an image that you would normally see. So the difference between 35mm film and 120, what this guy over here will be shooting, is 120 is a little larger and has a little more detail. Back in the day, they would use this for like big professional shoots, put it on like billboards and other stuff like that, where they needed more detail in their image. Whereas 35 is a much better consumer film because it's smaller, it's more affordable, and you get more shots per roll. But the drawback is you just lose a little bit of detail. And you can follow us on Instagram or Facebook at Sutherland's Photo. I think on Instagram it's Sutherland's HSV, and
Is this a
in Facebook it's Sutherland's Photo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Today we'll be shooting on Kodak Gold 200. It's a budget-friendly color negative film known for its warm tones, vibrant colors, and fine grain. It was designed for everyday photography and comes in an ISO of 200, making it great for bright conditions. To load the film, we remove the back and place the old spool on the left to the slot on the right. Now we take our fresh roll and place it in the left slot. You then remove the casing and spread the negative around to the other side. Make sure not to expose the non-black side to light, as light will ruin your film. Place the tab in the slit of the spool and then crank the lever on top. The new spool has an arrow to line it up with the arrow inside the casing. Once put back together, crank the top lever again and again until it clicks and stops. The number on top shows what slot in the film that you're on. Then simply place the back on. Now because this camera is purely mechanical, you will have to place every single setting. You can't preview the image either, so you'll need a light meter. But luckily, our phones can now act as one. With this app, just lock in the ISO of the film and it will calculate the shutter speed and aperture for correct exposure. So since we're shooting 200, lock that in. We can lock our aperture at 4 since our lens starts at 3.8, but the maximum shutter is 400, so aperture 7.1 will work for us.
Yay! Alright, so now we're going to teach this guy how to take film photos. Basically, he's one of y'all if y'all don't know how to take film photos. So what we're going to do first is take out the dark slide, which is this thing in the back. This essentially now exposes the film to light. So let's try to take some photos. So let's say right here. So the thing with this now is that you have to dial in your settings. So since you're shooting 200 film, you gotta do like this. You gotta measure it. So let's say you go to aperture 7.1. We're just gonna go to 8. And our shutter speed only goes up to 1/400. So we're going to click this, which means essentially you have to be at aperture 11 for it to be correctly exposed. All right. Now what you're gonna do, it's already cocked, and now you just need to take a picture. So go ahead, take a picture. All right, that's your first picture. Now it went blank, which means that it's ready to be loaded. And if you look back here at the one, you can see that the red indicates that that picture is ready been exposed. You could do things such as called double exposure, which basically puts a picture on top of a picture, but we'll do that later. So all you have to do now is literally just cock back the film until it reaches 2, which is a new spot that you can take a picture in. All right, now you're gonna have to do it by yourself. You ready?
So you mean like do the light and stuff?
Yeah, you gotta do everything by yourself. And see how your picture come out here. So what
So
now?
this take 200?
The film is 200, so you have to set your ISO, which is your exposure, at 200. So you gotta lock that in with the little lock icon, and then you gotta take the rest.
How do I lock in the 200? I just click it?
You click the lock icon right next to the where it says like time and stuff. Think that.
What do I change on this?
Got you. Okay. The ISO is the film.
Look.
This is the aperture right here.
All right.
And this is the shutter speed or the time. I know it sounds like I'm saying foolishness.
Why is it not showing on my screen?
You gotta cock the lever
Oh,
all the way down.
woo! I think I messed up.
All right, now you gotta reload.
Reload.
Pull all the way back. All right, now let me try one of you.
Oh, this guy trying to say I did bad.
All right, come close.
Bro.
All right, you ready? So he's right there. And now, okay, so right now I have him in there. We're gonna go ahead and see how much it is. So we're gonna lock in that. We're gonna unlock our aperture, and then we're gonna lock our time. Let's go to like 400 roughly. So this means we have to go to aperture 11. All right. So I'm gonna go there.
Oh,
And I'm gonna try to focus. We'll make sure my setting is right. So we're gonna go to 400. We're up. F11. Okay. Alright.
my eyes closed, bro.
So unfortunately, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot to teach him how to focus. So look, this right here allows you to focus, right? So you have to train your eye to see that if something's in focus. So here you go. We're gonna try again.
Let me forget. Point sir.
You got your timer right and everything?
Damn.
Alright, we gonna see. And the thing about film, you don't know if you messed up until you develop it. So you could waste money, which is kind of crazy. But you know, I got you the most expensive film.
What that mean?
Like, I got you the best film.
So what's the benefit?
It's just expensive.
Yeah, what's the cheapest film I can get? This boy trying to waste my money.
Alrighty, so now we have the lovely Ari Bando.
Hi guys.
Alright, so basically we're gonna have Grinner take some pictures and see if he sucks or not.
Yo.
So that's basically it. Alright?
I look crazy. Everyone relax.
Bro, she don't look crazy.
Everyone calm down and relax.
Wait, the aperture's just gonna go by itself, right?
Yeah.
Alright, 1.6. Crank it down.
Alright,
Okay.
how you gonna compose it?
You mean focus? Or like how I want it angled or something?
Yeah. Or do a portrait, so go closer. Okay, right out there. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, the focus right there. Let me put her in the middle. Alright, Ari, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
1,
1, 2, 3.
Now to remove the film, simply remove the back with the dark slide in and remove the spool on the right now.
Then you take this out. And then unfortunately, you have to lick it.
I usually lick the tab, then wrap it around and it will stick and be wrapped.
What you really know about me? Do you really see me? Do you really see me now? If only you could hear me.
So, how was your first time shooting?
Like, it was fun. Once you learn the basics, it's kind of easy. With the app, yeah.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good or bad or whatever, how do you think your pictures came out? Like, 'cause you can't see them yet.
Yeah. I think the first one I didn't focus, or that thing probably don't look good, but the rest I think I did good.
All right, take a. So the photos are now done. They come in these things called negatives, as we previously talked about before, and they simply just scan into the computer. So thank you guys for watching. We're gonna leave the results at the end and let me know what you guys think. I'm out.
Do you really see me now? If only you could hear me out. We could be something like a harmony. Stack it up and let it breathe. Talking about stability. Darling, it's a guarantee. Yeah. Tell me all the things weighing heavy on your heart. Yeah. Why you acting like I ain't kept it real from the start? Yeah. Why can't you don't wanna put the sugar in your cup? Like I didn't put you in that two-seater, cause you don't like kids and I don't like them neither. No, I joke, I kid. I don't care for no one else, it's you I'm with. If I don't make you number one, that's ludicrous. I move when you move, I might write an interlude and name that shit right after you. You more than just a picture on my phone, you picture perfect. I see you in my future, 2020 vision worth it. I'm lucky you a diamond cause I know that everything is not gold. Love it like, love it like, love it like, love it like, love it like. And I'ma keep on singing at my window.